Hello everybody. Hey, today we're going to take a look at the Zinli Hong 9137 and the Zinli Hong Q902. The difference in these two trucks, other than color, this one is brushed, this one is brushless. This one has a lithium ion battery, this one has a LiPo. We'll be testing this one at some point with a LiPo, so stay tuned for that. Externally, the only difference is they've both got LEDs in the overhead bar up here, and the only difference I can see externally is the wheelie bar. Does it need the wheelie bar? That's what we're about to find out. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to do the 9137 first. Let me get the GPS zeroed out. So I'm not expecting a whole lot out of this. Not expecting much at all. This is going to be with the lithium ion battery, and at some point I'm going to put a LiPo in it just to see what it does as far as performance. That's top speed. Takes it a while to get the top speed. I'm thinking, I don't know, 8 or 10 miles an hour, maybe. It's got good tires on it though. Got good brakes on it. It's very slow. 12 miles an hour. 12.4. So I will put a LiPo in here, just a 2S. What I want to see if it gives it any more takeoff from the line. This has got the 14500 lithium ion batteries in there. I wasn't expecting much, but I'm going to tell you, I think maybe as a starter vehicle, I've got to cut the plug off of here to put the Dean's connector on it, so I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll do a follow-up on this with the LiPo, but full punch takes it to about right there to get up to full speed. I'm pretty sure with the LiPo it's going to get to full speed a little quicker. See what we got in reverse. It's got some kind of hesitation noise, like it's cycling. I think what's happening is that 14500 battery, because if you listen to the, I don't know if this headset's picking it up, but it's kind of a and once it gets up to full speed, it doesn't stutter anymore. So I think what's happening, there's a voltage sag, and the ESC's dropping out until it gets up to speed. So I think the LiPo will solve that, because this is like a 500 milliamp, 450, 500 milliamp battery. The LiPo is going to be 1,000 milliamps. So if you want to see what this does, subscribe, and I'll get to that as quick as I can, hopefully in 2 days. So we'll see. Okay, I'm going to get this one started. The switch for the ESC is different. I forgot to show you. It's on the other video, but in case you didn't see the other video, the power switch for the 9137 is that little red button right there. So you just push that. The Q902, the power switch is on top of the ESC. It's up under the body. Now I'm going to leave that at 12.4 because I'm pretty optimistic this car is going to outrun 12.4 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, and it needs the wheelie bar. Well, let me try to get a speed run in before I crash everything. It's still not a speed demon, but it's much peppier off the line. I'm thinking 25, maybe, I don't know, 20, 27. Come here. No, I was a little optimistic. 21.3 is what I'm showing. I'll do one more pass to make sure that that's top speed, but whoop. Well, I'm gonna try to do one more pass. Let me see. I don't have steering trim, steer drive, and that is on high. I'm gonna put it on low. Well, I gotta clear out the GPS. Forgot to do that. I should have done low first. All right, we got the GPS zeroed out, 1.6 out. That's miles per hour, just so everybody knows. And I've got this switched to low speed. Let's see. Doesn't look a lot slower, but it is slower. Yeah, we're back down to 12 to 15. See, in low power, in low speed. It's still pull a wheelie in low speed. No, 17.3. So here's 17.3 on low speed. We'll go back to high speed just for funsies. There's the speed controller. Back up on high speed. This GPS seems to need a little bit more response time. Not 21.2. I don't remember what it was the first time. 21 point something, but it'll be in the video. So, but as you see, it's really perky. Uh-oh. Overperked. Overperked right on top of the GPS. Take that off since we got our readings. Very good brakes. Very good acceleration. Oh man, let's see if I can get, I'm too old to run. See how much speed we have in reverse. I'll tell you what, this thing's not too shabby. And keeping in mind, this only has 1,000 milliamp hour LiPo in it, and I might be able to find a 1200 or something, or it's only about 58 millimeters worth of room in there to length to put a battery, but I could put a thicker battery. So if I can find something a little thicker than this one, a little more amperage. Hadn't quite got this wheelie thing down with this one. Let's see if I can get a wheelie out of it. Nah. Won't quite climb the curb. It has the attitude, but it doesn't have the size. What do you mean that's what she said? Oh, the one time I got a good wheelie going and I ran into the curb. The wheelie bar is too close to the back of the vehicle. If you do a really aggressive wheelie, it just flips over. While it's still got a little battery, I'm going to run it up in the grass a little bit. Well, that was a very little bit. I tell you what, for no more than 1,000 milli. Uh-oh. Oh, reverse. Okay. I thought you said harder. I got a leaf stuck in the wheel. I can hear it. Well, that's not how you remove a leaf. All right, I'm gonna call that a wrap. And go inside. I'll talk about it just a little bit more. But tell you what, pretty happy with this one. We'll finish it up inside. All right, overall, I'm happy with both cars to a degree with the 9137. And what I'm going to say, when I was finished with the run, I took both cars and I ran my battery tester on them, and the 9137 still had 4.02 volts on one cell and 4.03 on the other. And now I didn't run it as long. So, and I almost forgot I was going to go ahead and cut the connectors off, but what I promised everybody is that I was going to do a runtime video with the lithium ion batteries. I kind of don't want to do that, but I said I was, so I'm going to. And the reason was for the voltage sag on these. Maybe I put a capacitor. That's a whole lot of stuff to do to this car though. So my way of thinking, originally I was going to try to do a conversion on this and turn it into a brushless car. But I'll have to change it's got a 5-wire servo. I'll have to change the servo. I have to change the radio. It's not as simple as just changing the motor out. So I am going to go ahead and see what kind of runtime I get. I think that little stutter that you heard in the video, I'm pretty sure that was just voltage sag on the ESC, because once it leveled out, it didn't do that anymore. So it wasn't a gear, wasn't a connection issue, anything like that. And it did it pretty much every time if you went to full throttle. So I will do a runtime video on this car with the lithium ion battery. Then I will cut that off, and for people that are not familiar with that process, I'll actually show how to solder the Dean's connector onto that ESC. So that'll be in an upcoming video. Now, the Q902, I have to say, I was pretty impressed with the car, okay? And as an entry-level car, the top speed was not phenomenal, but you saw the acceleration that things had. There's a lot of fun could be had with that car. And at the end of that run, and I ran that one significantly longer, I had 3.8 3.83 volts in one cell and 3.84 volts in the other cell. So there's plenty of life left in there. I've got my LiPo alarm set up at 3.2 volts, I think is where I've got that thing set up. If you're not running a LiPo alarm, I'll show you how that thing works at some point too. So I don't know that there's a whole lot that needs to be done to the Q902. It's pretty much ready to go. If you want more speed though, it's got a 2845 in there. I didn't get an owner's manual for it. I don't know what the KV rating is on it. I'll see if I can find that out before the next video. But if it's as simple as putting a different 2845 in there if you want more speed. It's got plenty of power, in my opinion. I mean, if you full throttle it from a dead stop, it's pretty easy to just completely do a backflip, even with the wheelie bar on there. It comes up too fast, wheelie bar is too sharp, right on the back. Get full turtle about that quick. So I'm going to say, if you're interested in as a beginner car for the brushed version, that will be a video. I've got another car on the way that's made by WLtoys, and it should be here. It should have been here today. Maybe it'll be here tomorrow. So Wednesday, I'll do an unboxing on that. It's a new version of an older car. So that's all I'm going to say about it right now. I need to add that no wives were hurt in the filming of this video. That was kind of quick. If you've got somebody with, if you've got somebody with Christmas coming up, you might think about one of these cars. They're pretty good. I'll throw a link to them down in the description, and I will do a follow-up on the brushed car so you can see what it does with a LiPo battery in it. So other than that, that's all I got for today. Appreciate everybody. Share this with somebody that's got Christmas coming up, got some kids, grandkids, and I'll catch you guys down the road.